All right, boys and girls, welcome back. So today is definitely maybe the day that we get this thing started. So I've got a couple things to do yet. Got the 45 fittings in the mail. I didn't actually verify that, but it said they were delivered, so hopefully they're out there. Then I'm gonna put one more quart of oil in. I'm gonna add the transmission fluid, put the freshly painted coil packs on, put the cold side and everything on there with the intercooler and the radiator. I'm not going to hook up the radiator or anything, but I am going to hook up the cold side, and then I'm going to make a couple changes to the tune. I just realized I got to pick up an oil filter too, so I'm going to run and grab one of them quickly, make a couple changes in the tune, like basic cam stuff, like, you know, change VE table, probably pull some VE table, add some airflow, change the fuel injector size, do a couple things that I think might work or help, and then we'll see if we can get it started and try to set fuel pressure and do all that stuff. So let's get going. Alrighty, boyses. So got the drains back on, and look at this. I decided to do the 45s. So we got 45 down. It is a little bit curved because this hose ended up a little bit long. I measured it and I wasn't able to get it in the fittings as deep as what I measured for, but either way, it looks pretty good. I like the 45 going into the 45 a lot better than a 90 swooping down into, or a straight fitting swooping down into another straight fitting, making a big 90. I feel like that should be a lot better. I did get the coil packs on. Coil packs are all good to go. Spray painted. That's how we roll. Just cover the rust up. My amazing wife ran to get me an oil filter, and she brought me back a bright blue STP, and I actually texted her and asked for a Wix, and she brought back a STP, didn't see the Wix part, so she actually went back to the store for me, picked up a Wix, and I like the color. I mean, it's black, it matches everything, so I like it a lot better, and I even took the label off and used Goo Gone to get the label debris off of there. Holy fancy bullshit. And I want to show you guys this little reject move that I did here. I did it again, guys, on this vehicle. I did the same thing on the truck. Mocked up the manifolds, built everything, but never actually test fitted the stuff while I was building it with plugs and wires. So I ran into this situation now where I have a really, really tight plug, and what I'm going to have to do, I think, is get a 90-degree fitting, like from a GMC Jimmy. I think they're like the 96 GMC Jimmys with like the 4600 Vortex or whatever the hell those things are. That's what I have in the truck right now on the passenger side. It's like a 90-degree fitting that comes up to the LS style coil packs. I'll probably do the same thing. Holy shit, I gotta breathe. But I'm also gonna have to figure something else out with this AC line. I think it's a little bit tight, but it's tight in there because the factory GM plug is tight in there. So once I get that other 90-degree fitting in there, it should be okay, and then I'll probably do some kind of heat wrap on this and make sure that that's going to be safe. But it should be good to test fire it for a little bit. I did remember that I still had one of the valve covers loose, so had the coil packs on, and then I was like, you know what, I think I never tightened that. So sure enough, it was actually loose, and I did remember to go back and do that, which is awesome because I'm pretty forgetful and I forget to tighten stuff sometimes. So looks like everything is good. I'm going to start putting the cold side stuff on, and then we'll putz with the computer and try to get it to make a noise. Alrighty, so I got the cold side intercooler piping all on. I'm not going to clamp it or anything. I just kind of have everything hanging there. But a few learnings in this whole deal, because I did the whole cold side, and then I put the wastegate pipes on, so the wastegate's actually hitting this now. So I'll probably have to adjust that. But I was planning on changing that pipe a little bit anyways, because I might do something different with this pie cut section, rebuild it, because this was like my first kind of practice pie cut session. So I might try to make that a little bit better. Either way, that's not really terrible, I guess, that it's touching a little bit. I can just kind of angle it down, but if I angle it down, then the pipe isn't completely centered. It's like kind of off at an angle, but not really that big of a deal. And my son is in the house having a fit right now, so let's move on. Alrighty guys, we might have an issue. So the computer that I was using appears to be tuner locked, which I kind of thought maybe was gonna happen because I think it was locked at one time and the person that sent it to me said that it was locked, but the company had unlocked it or something, so it should be able to work. So it doesn't look like it's working. It's basically just failing to read the computer. So I tried to give it a start just on the factory tune and didn't work. So it's a 2010 Camaro file. So what I'm gonna do, I pulled the fast injectors out of it, and I'm gonna use a set of like factory flex fuel injectors. So these are the fast injectors I was using, and these are 86 pound rated or something. I think they do like 960 cc or something like that. I don't remember the exact ratings on them, but they're around that range. And then these are the factory like GM flex fuel injectors. So they're basically the same height and plug. So I'm going to throw these in there. These will probably be closer than these to a factory 2010 Camaro injector size. So I'm going to toss those in and just see what it does. I'm not going to be able to make any changes tonight, but if it starts, it starts. If not, we'll just get a different computer that's not locked and try again later. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna swing it here. I don't know what's gonna happen. I got the injector swapped out. I'm just gonna try it. Let's see if it starts. If not, then the video's done. And I did post on the Facebook page. This could be a motivating or demotivating day. So we are looking like it's gonna be demotivating today, of course. But sometimes that stuff happens. You can't expect everything to go right the first time. And it's my fault. You know, I should have thought a little bit more about the computer, and I'll get into that a little bit more after this clip. But I'm going to try to start it, and hopefully this will at least get us in the right spot. And maybe it'll fire, maybe it won't. So the only thing is, if it is tuner locked, and which I'm pretty sure it's tuner locked, and it was associated to the VIN of the original vehicle, then the VATS is probably still active, so it might not start anyways. But we'll just give it a whirl. That's all we can do. Doesn't look like we're gangsters in paradise today, kids. Noid light. Alright guys, so I wanted to get it going today, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get it to go. So I'm pretty sure it's the computer, and just because the computer is locked, that's what I'm thinking for right now. Yeah, I'm going to probably go to the junkyard tomorrow and get a different one just to check it out and verify. So I don't have spark, I don't have injector pulse on anything. So fuel pressure is good. I watched it come up, watched it on the video. It came to like at least 45 or whatever. So it's not perfect yet, but the injectors aren't even pulsing, so it's kind of irrelevant at this point. So I just wanted to clarify, guys, because I know how freaking weird people get because I got the computer from somebody and it doesn't work. I wanted to clarify that this was something that I knew was a risk and I was willing to accept it at that time, because the guy who sent me the computer sent it to me for free, and he's the one that won my ECU giveaway that I did a while back, and this was the one that he pulled out of his vehicle and just sent it to me for free. So I knew it was a risk and it possibly didn't work because he said it was locked. And it even says it on the back. It says lock tuned by RDP. RDP said it can be reflashed. So kind of knew it might have been an issue, and turns out that it probably is. So it's on me. And I just wanted to clarify that because I know how people get, and people just like to jump to conclusions and start bashing for no reason when it's really irrelevant, and this really doesn't bother me at all. So I'm just going to go pick up a different one. I should have planned ahead knowing that. I should have planned ahead and had a different one, but I didn't, so that's probably what we're going to do. So sorry this wasn't very exciting. It should have been more exciting. I said it was going to be motivating or demotivating, but it's not really demotivating at all either, because I think I'm more motivated now than I was like 8 minutes ago. So everything is looking pretty nice and happy. I'm really excited about everything. So just gonna do that. I'm probably gonna go grab one tomorrow, see what it does. If it still doesn't work, then I know I have a different issue. But one other thing that I was checking, when I did plug it in and I thought I might have been having a problem, was the throttle body doesn't actuate with key on either. So no spark, no injector, and the throttle body doesn't actuate with the key forward. I did check that yesterday, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to open. I think it should open with key on, car off, but it doesn't do anything. So don't have three things happening that should be happening. So, and they're all computer related. So that's the guess. That's where I'm going with it. Just wanted to say have a good night, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.